I'm going to let you off the hook on this baratoplata. Not good for people with bad shoulders. Okay, so this is a shoulder lock, baratoplata. Any lock that you hear that has plata in the name, that just means shoulder in Portuguese. So you got like omoplata, gogoplata, baratoplata, tricoplata. These are all going to be shoulder locks, okay? This is a fun one. The first way I learned this was from finishing a triangle, so that's how I'm going to teach you guys, because this is kind of the first instance where you'll actually see it in a roll and maybe identify it, right? So let's say I have my partner in a triangle, okay? Bing, bang, boom. And he does this very common defense where he tries to grab his own hand, right? He reaches up, because as long as I don't have this arm all the way through and across his chest, I can't finish, okay? I can't finish the triangle. So, but I do have 85% of a triangle, so I don't want to bail on this position yet, right? So let's try to finish it. So he's given me a gap right here in his arm. I'm going to take my outside hand, all right? You guys probably want to come around to see it over here. I'm going to take my outside hand, and I'm going to fish it through and grab my far leg, okay? So see what I'm doing here? Sometimes, if it's real tight, you may have to reach through and grab your own hand and pull your hand through. That's fine, whatever, okay? I want to make sure I'm keeping him in the triangle. He's not going to be happy about being here. So I'm going to get this hand, I'm going to fish it through to my far thigh, okay? And then I'm going to bounce my leg to the other side of his head. So I'm going to push his head, boom, and then I'm coming over here. So now I have both my legs isolated on his shoulder, all right? Then I'm going to look for this far shoulder and underhook it, and I'm going to take this foot and put it on his hip. And then I'm going to swivel my shoulders that way. And that's going to put a really weird pressure on his shoulder, and it doesn't feel good, right? So we're going to come this way. Yeah. So be careful when you're doing this move, especially during live rolls, because some people won't even know that this is a submission, and they won't know to tap, right? So like get it and be like, you okay, bro? You know, and just let them know, right? Make sure you give them a chance to tap, and make sure you let them know they're in a submission. They may not know they're in a submission until it's too late. So again, we slap on a triangle, bing, bang, boom. He defends by reaching through and grabbing his own hand, all right? I'm going to take my outside hand, fish it through, grab my own thigh, okay? Then I'm going to push the head, and I'm going to bounce my leg over. So now we're isolating this shoulder. Foot on the hip, look for his shoulder, and then just you're pivoting your shoulders that way. And I'm pushing off this foot, and I'm grabbing the armpit and pulling. I'm using all of these mechanics to add torque to the arm, yeah? We'll do one on the other side, your shoulder, okay? Yeah, so we're here, bing, bang, boom. We'll just do a little shoulder. So he reaches his hand through, sorry, but he reaches his hand through to grab. So we're taking our outside hand, and we're going to the thigh, okay? We're going to push the head, bounce the leg over, okay? We're still in this position here. This is keeping him from escaping the lock. So that's why you got to get this threaded through first, okay? If I try to bring the leg over without threading this through, he's going to be able to escape the lock. And now we've got this through. I'm covering my own thigh. It's the outside arm coming in. Foot on the hip, looking for that far shoulder, and you just start pivoting that way. Locks up the shoulder. Okay.
You go for here?
Just underhooking. I'm just trying to underhook it. I'm using that to pull me as I'm pushing, right? Just anything I can do to add more torque, all right? You want to see one?
Yeah, sure.
Since Rocky volunteered. So we throw up the triangle, boom, bing, boom. He tries to grab his own hand. Now, real important detail. Let's turn around this way. I got to make sure, so let's say he has the lock outside. No, do it again. But your lock is just forward of my groin. So if the lock is forward of the groin, that means his hand isn't inside my groin, okay? So I need to make an adjustment, right? I want to shove. Usually you want to try to pull the arm out and do this, but if I want to go for the baratoplata, I want to actually try to regrip. I want to shove his hand down. I want his hand inside my groin, okay? I want it on that side of my groin because I want this trapped. If it's out here, this still here. Yep. If it's out here, when I come through here, right, and I go to bounce my leg over, let go of your hand, he can just pull his arm out, right? So you need to have it, on the inside of the groin. So that way, when I bounce the leg over, you can't pull it out. It's like a bicep slicer, right? Now the arm is trapped. Foot on the hip, reaching for that far shoulder. Okay. Yeah, sneaky, right? Okay, we all good? Let's run it. 1, 2, 3.